All right, our discussion prompt for the day is infamous stories your family always tell. You know, within every family, there's specific lore, things that went down within your family that everyone always talks about. I have one.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell it. So within my family, there's a certain phrase after my brother Sean, when someone brutally spoils a movie, and it's called shauning a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother was notorious for this. He just would unintentionally just spoil the ending of movies. And this happened so many times. The best example when this phrase was born, now you guys remember the hype around the Sixth Sense? I can't remember if it's, I always remember Sixth Sense.
Mm-hmm.
There's really 5 other senses. Smell, taste, vision, hearing, feeling. Okay, yeah. That seems like a lot.
Maybe fact check that.
Sixth Sense.
I know.
That's just a lot to handle. 5 senses.
What? What do you mean a lot to handle?
It's a lot of senses. 5 of them?
Oh, that's an all-timer right there, Ethan. There's really 5 other senses.
It just seems like a lot.
I thought you were saying it's not enough.
God, not enough, for Christ's sake. The 6th one is seeing dead people. How much more senses do you need? I'm overwhelmed.
Sensory overload.
So anyway, the 6th Sense was out, and it was like super hype. That movie was a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah.
And it was a great movie, by the way. I love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it has this incredible twist ending. You're going to forgive me for spoiling it for you now. It's been about 20 years, so.
I think the ship has sailed, but if you don't want to be
Yeah.
spoiled on the Sixth Sense, I guess
You don't want to be spoiled on the
tune out
Sixth
for a few
Sense.
minutes.
Close your eyes. But like, it had, in my opinion, one of the best twist endings ever. It was like, oh shit, mind blowing. And if you
Mind-blown.
find out the ending, it basically ruins the whole movie, because the whole movie is informed by your suspense of not knowing what's going on. And if you get the ending spoiled, it ruins the whole fucking movie. So I go out to see this movie with my brother, he's 2.5 years older than me, and he had already seen it, and he loved it, and so we went to go see it together. And there's this one scene where it was so stupid. Bruce Willis and the kid were on a swing, and my brother leans over to me, who's already seen the movie. This is halfway through the movie, and he goes, hey, you notice how Bruce Willis doesn't have a shadow? Now, what was so stupid about it is because I immediately understood that he had spoiled the movie. I said, oh, he's dead. My brother just spoiled it. But what was so stupid is that he did have a shadow. There was a shadow there. It wasn't even a good observation. So he spoiled it for me halfway through the movie with that dumb comment.
I'm like, why?
But that's not where the story ends.
Okay, right.
So when we're home, we go home, and my dad's in the kitchen. And I'm like, he was like, how's the movie, whatever. I was like, Sean ruined the fucking movie for me. Midway through, he turns to me and tells me literally the ending. And then my brother goes, in front of my dad, who's really excited to see this movie too, he goes, I never told you he was dead.
Nice.
And then my dad's like, you just spoiled the fucking movie for me.
Oh man.
And that's where the phrase shauning the movie was born. He spoiled it for both of us separately. Incredible skill of spoiling the movie. So there you go. If it happens in your life, you can always say, shawned the movie.
That's pretty cool.
And apology to all other Shawns that have to bear that cross. But there you have it. All right, who wants to go next?
Anybody? I guess I can go.
Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, so an infamous one in our family is Actually, it's funny we're doing this today because just on Wednesday's episode, when you were grilling me like a cop with that stash, we talked about how my parents worked in animation and everything. I mentioned that they worked on the Muppet Babies. So when I was just a little baby, I think I was only like 3 months old, my dad got some gig that required him to fly out to Hawaii for a couple weeks. And so my mom, dad, and little 3-month-old Danny went out to Maui for a few weeks. And while he was there, they had already been working for Marvel Animation for a little bit, but they had just recently started working as writers on the show. And it was like a big break for them. It was a big deal for them at the time. And a new season was happening, and last minute, all the suits decided that they needed to be there for this meeting. The only problem is the meeting was in Toronto. So my dad hops on a plane and flies out to Toronto with the family, like, you know, that night. Well, so he was in Maui. It happened to be wintertime in Toronto. So it's like below zero. And my dad shows up with nothing but like Hawaii clothes, shorts, Hawaiian shirt, and sandals. And they have this meeting at like 7 in the morning. He was super jet lagged, so he had no time at all to get new clothes or business attire or anything. So it's at this like fancy hotel. They have like a conference room, and it's all the suits. He walks in, he's like long table with like 30 guys in suits, and Jim Henson is there, who he had never met before, but the man himself, the legend, Jim Henson, is at this meeting. My dad walks in, wearing the shorts and sandals and everything. He walks, and I guess because he was jet lagged or something, he sits down on a seat and tips back, and immediately tips back too far and falls over backwards.
Oh man,
No.
no way.
And he like kind of sheepishly gets up and he's like, anything for a laugh. And like everybody's just like, who the fuck is this guy? But here's the thing. Apparently, Jim Henson thought that was hilarious.
Of course.
And he took a liking to my dad. And my dad always said he was one of the sweetest, coolest people he'd ever known. They still gave him the gig after that, so I guess it didn't kill it. But yes, this story is infamous in our family of my doofus-ass dad flipping over backwards in a Hawaiian shirt in the dead of winter.
Dude, you know Jim Henson loved that, though. Your dad cruising in and blistering cold in a Hawaiian shirt. That's awesome, dude.
That's epic story.
Yeah, love that for him. Love that for him.
Who else?
Who's your dad? What's your dad's name? You don't want to say? You don't have to say.
I guess it doesn't. His name's Larry. Larry.
Larry.
I know.
We love
And
Larry.
You got
Calling me Larry.
and your dad's Gary. Larry
And Gary.
Larry
Anyone
and
else
Gary.
have a dad name that rhymes with that? Larry, Gary, and Terry?
Our dads would probably get along pretty well.
My animal spirit dad, Larry David, so I can.
You're right. Yeah,
Larry,
it works.
Larry, and Gary.
Yes.
I feel like I can relate.
You think Larry David would be a good dad, or he'd fuck you up?
It would fuck you up, probably.
Yeah. But still.
Well, he is a dad.
Yeah, no, I know he's a dad.
I mean, are his kids?
He has a daughter. I
They
think.
actually seem pretty legit.
They
Pretty
seem
cool.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
good,
maybe
good
it's fine.
family. Good
It's probably
family.
fine.
Good family.
Good.
My
you going?
story is
All right,
not
let's go.
like funny or anything. I wasn't sure what angle we're going, but just I guess like I thought something that's like a lore in the family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that works.
So in our family, it's the fact that my dad built the house that we live in, I don't no longer live there, but that's where I lived my whole life. So I don't have much to say about it, but I have
that's it?
pictures. Well,
Did he build it?
he when they were, I don't know, he was like 30 something, and he made money for himself from, like, he was working in what do you call it when you build the stones for
Oh, he was a
the
masonry.
people? Masonry? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, he did stone
Marble,
work.
yeah.
Marble work, yeah.
So he would work with marble, and he did it on his own independently and saved money, and then eventually he bought a piece of land and he built a house, and then here it is.
So when you say he built it,
he knew a lot of people, like somebody who will lay the floors or somebody that will build the wall or paint, but he
sure.
kind of like put the whole thing together, and he was there every day. And
This house looks epic.
it's very nice, especially for Israel. But yeah, it's really nice. It's like 3 stories.
Do you know how long it took him, Hila?
about like a year from what I've heard.
A little bit faster than Lena's dad.
A year? Damn, you
Lena's
can't-
dad is still building it. It's been 25 years.
25 years?
But it's like a Scarface like mansion overseas in Lebanon.
25
God.
years. Was he building a cathedral?
It might as well be. It's massive. Just slowly over the summers.
Your dad looks badass though. He's like, I built this shit. What's
Yeah,
Yeah, look at that. That's
that's
awesome.
always kind of like the vibe. Like, yeah, what? You're sitting in the house that I built.
up? That's even worse. It's not like, I own this house.
Yeah.
This is my house. It's like, I built this house. You'll wear fucking shoes when you come here, not sandals.
Right.
All right.
And I'm sorry, do you say your family still lives there now?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
I thought it was kind of cool.
But is there any funny stories about how like the house was kind of fucked up because he built it? Because I feel like you told me that.
No.
Oh.
No.
Can you say the pipes were all fucked up and shit because he built it?
Well, no. It's what, over time, when he was younger, he used to do everything like, when he built the house, he would get everything, the most expensive materials, put in all the effort. I don't know what happened over time as he was getting older, but he just was not properly taking care of the house.
Okay.
So that's what. Eventually, now after he passed away and my mom is kind of left with the house, she had to do a lot of work
I
to fix things. But that's different.
Well, shout out to Yochanan, who built a whole damn house. What a man. They don't make men like they used to, huh, folks?
What are we gonna do about this,
Right.
man?
What would it be without Yochanan? He built a whole damn house himself.
Isn't
that,
it crazy though? Like
classic
today, you
Volvo.
could never do that. He wasn't like rich, He worked. He saved
Right,
some
he was
money.
like, he was a salt of
He
the earth
was,
kind of guy.
Yeah, a hardworking person, but
Yeah,
not,
that is crazy. You're right.
Allison, my girlfriend, her dad is a lot like your dad, and they live back in Idaho, and they have a gorgeous, huge house. And yeah, he straight up built the entire thing himself.
I guess you can if you live somewhere like Idaho, but even
Yeah,
like this is 1984. I mean, I
Yeah.
wasn't even born yet.
yeah,
But like even in Idaho, I wonder. I guess you could, if you go to a remote areas, you could probably.
yeah. And they're fairly remote. They're out on the prairie. Out on the prairie.
So I guess you can still. It just depends where you live. It's funny when your dad built that house. Holon was probably considered a remote. Now it's part of like the central area. It's expensive now. Is that true? Do you think?
it's definitely way more expensive nowadays
Yeah.
than back then. Yeah.
Well, there you have it.
Zach, you know any stories about your dad's?
Let's hear about your
penis?
dad. Exactly.
No stories about my dad's penis, but I was gonna share the story that my family always talks about. Well, my friend, I was thinking what I could tell, and nothing came to mind. But whenever my best friend comes to dinner, we always tell this story, and that's of when him and I got arrested.
Okay.
Which I feel like he does to piss my dad off, which is pretty funny, to be honest, because they have a good relationship, but he likes to get his get. But yeah, well, I was, I guess, detained would be the proper term. We went, two of my other buddies went up to a missile silo, abandoned in Chatsworth, and it's abandoned. They used to hold bombs there and nukes there for World War II, and things crazy. It's creepy as all shit. And the only way you can get up there is going up a road that's locked. So there was one day where we decided to find a back way up. And we did. Took us about an hour to get up there. We drove in my buddy's truck. And we got up there and explored, and you can actually go in the missile silo. And we put on gloves, we go down, we get flashlights, and it's creepy as all fuck. There's like graffiti. You can look it up. It's called like LA 88. And I'm about to go in the silo, and I see an unmarked police car pull up. And it was LA SWAT. And this guy gets out of the car, and he comes out gun blazing. And he's like, "What the fuck are you doing up here? Don't you know we do helicopter target practice? I was doing a sweep of the area for one last time."
Mm-hmm.
And that's the story. He put us in. So that's not the final part of the story, but he puts us in cuffs, and he's like, "Do you know how much fucking trouble you're in?" And I was so scared what my dad was gonna say.
Did you tell him you're the Joker? I belong in this asylum?
No.
Was there no warnings or anything? How did you get there? Was there a gate, a fence?
We found a back trail.
Back trail? Did you tell him, yo, there's a back trail, you'll need to mark that shit?
No. We just did it. We just went for it. Took us about an hour to get up there. And
why did you guys go there?
Yeah, why'd you go up there?
Just because we were stupid.
But did you hear there was something there? Like, why did you go
the missile silo? Yeah. We always knew there was a missile silo up there.
Sorry, I'm muted. You're talking about the missile silo up in the valley?
In Chatsworth, yeah.
I snuck into that too.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't get arrested though.
Yeah. So you went to the bathroom, but they were doing helicopter target practice. Oh shit. And they were doing the final sweep. So
Oh my God.
The guy puts us in cuffs, and he's like, "Do you know how much fucking trouble you're in? This is trespassing, blah blah blah." And he's like, "You know what? You caught me on a good day. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to get the fuck out of here." So we run to my buddy's truck, do a full
10 seconds, piggy, run! Did he shoot at you?
No, thank God. But he was fucking putting his hand on his holster. And we went down the way of the paved road rather than the dirt road we took to get up there. And as we're coming down the road, we just see about like 10 LAPD SWAT just holding these fucking guns, and we start hearing helicopters and shit. And so yeah, that's my story.
They fire on you?
No.
Did they stare at you?
They were like, "You guys are fucking idiots." Yeah.
So wait, did you go during the night or something, Dan? Because it seems like if Dan
We went in the
there-
middle of the night, yes.
You went in the middle of the day, Zach?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably your first mistake.
But night would have been fucking creepy as shit.
It was very creepy.
Yeah.
So were your parents pissed? Yeah.
I don't know what they could have done. I mean, the worst kind of happened. But yeah, we always tell that story whenever my buddy comes over for dinner.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The silo story.
Yeah, missile silo. Be careful out there.
You think they would have used you for target practice?
Dude, fucking if they started firing, we would have been so fucked. Oh my God. Because they were doing helicopter target practice.
Yeah, I remember when I went, there were empty shells like
Oh, yeah.
all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
The floor was
Interesting,
like
wow.
covered. Yeah.
It's creepy. Yeah.
So you think they would have seen two guys down there and they're just like, open fire?
I don't know. I don't know if they would have seen us. That was the thing, though. The guy was doing a final sweep, so he kind of saved our life in a way.
Was there bullet holes in? Is that thing all shot up, the silo?
Well, the silo's in the ground,
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
an underground
Okay.
facility.
but there's like abandoned buses up there, and there's like other things that are just disheveled and fucked.
You know what's the weirdest thing? Because did you go down into the silo? Did you
Yeah,
get that far?
yeah.
Was there Arabic writing all over the walls?
I don't remember Arabic. I remember a fuck ton of graffiti though.
There was Arabic writing all over the walls, and my assumption was that they were using it for like counterterrorism training simulation or something. It was like very weird.
That's
Wait, look
weird.
at me. I don't know.
AB?
Look at you.
I'm kidding.
AB, you know anything about that?
You know anything? AB?
No.
Thoughts?
Maybe thoughts?
Ian, go ahead. Thank you, Zach, by the way.
Thank you, Zach.
All right.
Something that pops into my head. This is a quick one. It's not some big long story, but I remember when I was really young, I was visiting my family over in England. Sorry to keep bringing it up, but we went to the Tower of London. It's like a place where they keep the crown jewels and lots of museum stuff. And outside in the courtyard is like where they would behead people. It's where they beheaded King Henry VIII's wife, 2 of them actually.
Right.
And it's like a kind of a serious place, you know, and we were walking around and we're standing in front of where they would behead people. Very intense. I was very young too, and we were sitting there like, this is where they would kill people. That's pretty intense. And there was a guy in front of us, and as we were kind of sitting there sort of taking in this weird energy, this guy, like, maybe he had too many beans on toast or something, but this guy let out like the nastiest, loudest shart I've ever heard, like, in my entire life. I've never heard one like this. And it was dead quiet. There was no one there in this courtyard except us, this like guillotine zone, and this guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was like that,
Did it
but like
echo?
it kind of echoed. Yeah, except even worse. And there was just a moment of silence, and we were standing behind him, and he was like facing back, and he kind of went like.
Were you guys staring at him in the eyes?
Yeah, he locked eyes, and then he kind of went like,
Do you smile or laugh?
no. And then he immediately went,
Dead in the mind.
and then he ran off. He
ran?
Yeah, he
Oh my
ran.
god.
Oh, maybe he did shit
I
himself.
gotta go.
I'm pretty sure he shit his pants.
Wow.
The power of the guillotine in front of him, and he just guillotined his gym shorts.
Yeah.
That's
Mike style.
awesome, man.
I don't know, it's just
his
something
asshole
that-
got possessed by one of those. One of
Spirit
those
of
poor
the dead
souls.
queen. Yeah.
Yeah, and that just that lives on. That guy. I've never seen someone so scared. That face haunts me. So,
You know, I have a similar story. It was the day of my bar mitzvah. I was doing my whole ceremony. I think I just finished. I was feeling good. I was feeling happy. Sean Ballog was with me in the bathroom. We both had to go bathroom. We were at the urinals peeing, and just one solitary old dude comes in the empty bathroom, and he's taking a piss, and he rips the loudest, gnarliest fart. And, you know, some things just stick with you. And it was so casual. Usually if you fart, you look over. You don't rip ass like that around other people. You are more sly about it. But he's old. I was like, okay, you're old. You don't care.
Right.
It's interesting. I'm more like that these days because I didn't understand it at the time. But if I'm at the urinal, I don't care who's around me. I'm going to fucking rip the fattest
Are you one of those guys
Sure,
now?
yeah, I'll do it.
Ew.
If not now, then when? And I feel like it's kind of interesting, my evolution. It's the bathroom. If you go in, you're pissing, it's time to rip ass. I'm not gonna be all top secret about it. This is where we do these things.
You're telling me you could be at like an event or something, and there's a bunch of people in the bathroom, and you got to fart before you pee. You'll just
I
let
will
it rip.
literally push out to make it loud.
Stop.
I swear to God, I will.
You take pride in it.
I started doing that.
Why?
Because it's more, to me, it's more satisfying when it comes out like that.
What?
So I don't like to subtly fart. Sometimes you get
why
stuck.
Does it have to be satisfying?
Sometimes you get stuck.
Sometimes you need to
Need some
fart.
force.
Sometimes you need to fart before you pee. I get it.
No, when you're at the urinal standing and peeing, it's a fart time. It's a fart time, baby.
It's fart time, baby.
These stories do remind me one other story that's kind of like family lore is that one time there was when I was a kid there was like some kind of war going on, and the sirens were going off, and we had to go to we had a shelter like in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
We had to all go to the shelter and put on this like mask and stuff, and I was on the potty. I was going poop. And the siren was going on, and everyone's running downstairs, and it's like,
Oh my god.
I just remembered being on the toilet, siren, and everybody's like, "Come on!"
Was that when Saddam Hussein was threatening to
Yeah.
chemical warfare on Israel?
Yeah,
And so, what did you do? Were you choosing between?
I was like, hold on. I was a kid. I barely remember it. It's just like stuck in my memory, sitting on the toilet and
So
like having
dramatic.
to go.
That's like
You
my
don't
hell.
really remember it. It's just kind of told to you.
No, I remember being on the toilet and the siren going, and everybody's like, "Come on, we gotta go downstairs."
So, did you pinch it off? Did you wipe?
I don't remember those details.
No.
I don't know what. I think I finished pooping.
You did the whole thing. You wiped.
so.
You
I don't
flushed.
know.
You washed your hands.
My mom was probably helping me. I was a kid.
Oh, you were really young.
Yeah.
You know, I have a similar memory during the Northridge earthquake that rocked L.A. I don't know if this ever happened to you, Dan, but taking a shit during one of those big aftershocks was was so crazy.
It became an
That may have happened. I don't specifically remember getting caught on.
So I've been on the shitter
toilet.
during a fairly large aftershock, and the water's just like.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
It's great. Here, pull up a video of a toilet
Oh man.
during an earthquake. You could see it's just.
I don't know if I've ever seen that
It's
before.
gnarly as hell, dude.
Good point.
I've never seen that before.
I was on the shitter during a large aftershock, and it was just like a wave pool in there, man, with full of turds.
Unfortunately, not seeing many.
In the whole history of the world, there's no damn video of a
Nobody's
toilet.
caught that.
How about a bathtub or a swimming pool? Show a swimming pool during an
Oh, yeah,
earthquake.
there's
That'll give you an idea.
I can visualize it. The toilet, like.
In fact, we got a whole compilation.
So imagine this is the toilet with shit, and these people are pieces of shit. There you go.
Imagine
Whoa, that's crazy.
Floating
Yeah,
around.
so that's what the toilet was like, but it's sloshing on the sides.
Dude, that's so scary. Holy shit.
This is
It'd be
scary.
terrifying.
That
to be
is
in a
actually
pool.
pretty wild.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like they're very strong swimmers either.
Oh my god.
Someone help that poor child. Okay, enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, those are my shits. Splashing at my asshole.
I did see some people
Can
saying
you
that.
guys show a video where like people are just drowning? There's like
I didn't,
fun videos.
I didn't embed it very.
We're gonna have to
carefully.
watch people
It was a
drown.
swimming pool during earthquake compilation. What can you do?
They're fine, by
Also,
the way.
your
They're
story,
fine.
your story about you farting freely. A lot of people were pointing this out. It does seem to confirm.
This is not real.
I don't know
This
if I
is
believe
clearly
you.
not
What
real.
is
It seems to
this?
be CCTV.
This is the
footage.
security footage,
Okay.
apparently, of me and Denny's by myself. People have absolutely framed me.
This is
Oh, man.
crazy footage.
You're just farting your ass off.
That looks photoshopped. That looks edited.
I don't know. It's pretty authentic to me.
Would you rip in the Denny's?
Well, apparently you did.
No.
Why not?
I mean, I wouldn't rip loud if I was in a restaurant. I would fart, but not loud.
Well, how?
How many years until you?
I don't think I'll ever do that.
No.
You'll get there.
It depends how loud it is in the restaurant. Like if Theodore or Eli are next to me, I would like them to hear it.
Of course.
But I don't want the people next to us in the
What
booth
did we
next to
do?
us. It's part of the joy. It's sharing. Theodore loves when I fart, by the way. He fucking loves it.
No, he doesn't.
Thinks it's so funny. I go,
You're brainwashing him to think that it's fun.
I go, Theodore, hold on. I have something really important to tell you. And he always looks at me, super expectant, and then I fart, and he goes, it's gross. But I get him every time. It's awesome. Every time. Theodore, hold on. You want to know something really interesting? Every time. It works. It's awesome.
Poor boy. He wants to learn something new when you say
He does.
that.
He does.
It's like, yes, teach me something.
Theodore, hold on. Do you hear that? I go, do you hear that, Theodore? Every time it works. So good. It's so good. AB, did you tell a story?
No, I didn't. Not yet.
Go ahead.
So I was having trouble coming up with one. So I thought I'd just explain like some family lore,
Can you talk in your mic, please?
a family meme.
Talk in your mic.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you, Zach. I've explained on the show before that I come from like a really religious family. Not my parents, but like my aunts and uncles, especially my aunts and my grandmother. And it kind of fucked up my cousins because they were told they're going to hell for everything. So they sort of rebelled as they got older. So I put together just like a minute video showing this meme. They act like they want to punch my aunt in the face when they see her, like they see red.
Their mom?
Their mom.
Oh, I gotta
They
see
act like they
this.
go into a blind rage. They never do, and she ends up laughing. But
Wait, I gotta see this.
God.
Let me see this shit. Roll it.
Is it this one?
yeah.
Here.
Oh, I can click
I
it.
got it.
Okay. So
Is it
these
on?
are my cousins, Tim and Brandon. We know Tim, of course. This was Lena's first time meeting them. Okay, we paused for context.
context.
Thanks for the
Okay,
show
so I've
notes,
already,
EB.
I made this right before the show, by the way. I've already explained this context about how they act like they're
Okay.
gonna hit their
Okay.
mom because of all the years of being tortured, told they're going to hell. So they act like they hate her when they see her, but
Okay.
it's just a meme.
Am I muted? Is that why? Yeah.
Is it? Oh, there we go.
So yeah, this is my cousin Brendan acting like he's gonna throw his mom off the roof. This is him acting like he's gonna kill my aunt Selma.
Oh my God.
Wait, is that Tim? He's so skinny there.
That's sort of juiced up.
We're juiced up.
Is at the hospital. He's actually gonna punch his mom.
Oh my God.
This he's acting like he's gonna kill my aunt, but then Lena comes out and he stops because he hides from other people.
Lena walked in.
I'm gonna start doing that to my mom.
Wow.
My grandmother was like really bad, telling us we're gonna go to hell for everything. So then me and my cousins just started to act crazy and just do random ass shit because she doesn't understand English, so they would just make noises and stuff. So yeah, this is how it was with my grandma. If you want to pause it. I had to blur her because she's not wearing a scarf.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
let's-
there was a longer cut with Tim messing with my grandma, but I took that out because Tim may be a little too far.
You took it too far with Nana?
Tim would
Beating up
just
Nana?
she'd just be like dozing off, and Tim would just like scream.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Scare the fuck
I
out of
guess
her.
he's
Yeah.
getting revenge. I mean, if she really
I mean, we
tortured
don't
them,
condone that. Me and
then
my
deal
cousin-
with it.
Me and his younger brother, the one that was doing the Doctor Strange and the Force Lightning, we're more playful. Tim's a little out there.
I'm gonna start doing that to my mom. I'm gonna put her in a headlock.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Tim used to go to my grandmother. As she got older, started to get a little bit more senile, and he thought it was so funny to give her like a big butcher knife and tell her stay protected, and she like put it under the bed. And
He said, "Give her a big butcher knife and tell her what?"
stay protected.
That's insane.
Or he'd like start chanting like some Lebanese like political like chants and get her hyped up. She's thinking she's like back in the war.
That's
Wow.
That's kind of fucking nuts, dude.
I'm surprised that she goes along with it.
He said she's senile.
Or well, the one
She would-
in
yeah,
the
I mean,
video
she
are
was-
laughing.
That sounds like elder abuse.
She would laugh. I mean, she loved him. She liked him the most. It was very interesting.
Okay. So elder abuse or no?
She's dead.
Okay, well,
I'm just kidding. But
clearly yes. If it wasn't,
no, but
she'd
that's
still
why
be
I took
alive.
out, that's why I took out Tim's part because I was like, people may interpret that the wrong way.
We love cousin Tim. I'm gonna do that to my mom. I'm gonna give her a butcher knife, put her in a headlock, and start telling her we're being invaded.
The chat's saying, "AB, tell the pissy story."
The
The
what?
pit-
My cousins were so fucking bad that they started calling their mom the P word. Because she was like super religious, and they were so fucking bad that they were like, they
The B
called
word or P word?
the P word,
Which P?
Like,
but they said with an accent. They call her pissy. What's up, pissy? They used to say it like that, like they were
Oh,
like.
pissy?
Oh, like that P word.
It's so
Pussies.
fucking. I can't explain it in a short amount of time, so I'm just not because it sounds so fucking bad. It is so fucking bad, but like it got to the point where like they would be like, "I love you, pissy," and she would like hug him like, "Oh, I love you too." Like it was just like a nickname. Like
That's crazy.
yeah, it's wild. It's
I
wild,
don't-
and she couldn't tell any of the other adults because like she was embarrassed to say like, "Oh, my kids are this fucked up," and I was young and I was like, "Oh, I don't want to snitch on my cousins." And yeah, it was just a circus in that house.
That's wild.
Malcolm in the Middle. Real life. Nice. There you have it. Love, you got a story?
Love or Ken?
I didn't really, but Zach did inspire me. He kind of unlocked a childhood memory, if I should tell that maybe, with the whole like police chase and stuff like that. So this requires a link. I have a Google Drive link or a Google Maps link.
Got it.
So make sure that it doesn't show anything doxy on your end.
Nope. It's just a Google
Alright,
Maps, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. All right, so if you show that yellow house right there,
I'm just looking
So,
around.
to the
Nice
right.
neighborhood, beautiful.
yeah, it's all right. Yeah.
But anyway, here's the
That's-
yellow house.
So that house is clearly cursed, right? If
It looks fucked, yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty
Yeah,
cursed.
and it's like one off in the whole neighborhood. There's this one creepy ass house, and this is right by my school, by the way. So every time me and my friends walked home to do whatever, we used to hang out every time after school. We walked past this building every day, and we never saw anyone. But there was a rumor that the drapes on the upstairs level moved sometimes. So me and my friends like just hunkered down and sat outside this house for maybe 2 hours and just looked at it. And there was these in Sweden, because there's a lot of snow, they put like small gravel, super tiny gravel on the ground. So we took this small gravel and just like threw them at the window every now and then. Super dumb, yeah, I admit. But maybe after 1 hour of doing that, just randomly throwing a small rock on the window, there come out this like slender, super tall old man with like
man.
super long, creepy hair, and just started chasing us.
You got Slender Man, dude. You literally got
Yes,
Slender
literally
Man.
Slender Man.
Did you not think that anyone actually lived there?
No, no one did. No, even like the adults who, I'll get to it later in the video, but or in the explanation. Like even adults, people thought it wasn't that weird that we did it because there was no one living there. Everyone was under that impression, and yeah. So he came out. He ran through that creepy ass gate, as you can see on the Google Maps thing. And if you look to the left in Google Maps,
The other way, across the street?
no, so the other way. And follow this road straight down. So the other way.
Either way.
So at the bottom of this street, if you go straight down, yeah, keep going, keep going, and to the right up here, that's a cemetery. And one of my friend got split off. Me and my friends ran left here. One of my friends, who was at the end, ran straight ahead into the cemetery and got chased by this old man into the cemetery.
What the fuck? He chased you?
Yeah. So we were all like just running, like super scared, super much adrenaline, and we realized, where the fuck is Tim? Tim is gone. Where is Tim? And we like ran back and looked for him, and we walked through people's yards, and we noticed that Tim was at the fucking cursed house. Turns out he had been pulled back by this old man
No way.
back into the house.
Oh no!
What?
Yeah. We had no clue what the fuck to do. Turns out he actually
caught
just
him?
called the...
But he caught
Yeah, he
him
caught
and
him.
then carried him back to his house?
Yeah, and he said like super creepy stuff, like he will kill him and shit in there. Yeah. So
Oh my god.
turns out though he just called the police. But we were like super scared. Like, do we tell our parents that we threw rocks at this house? Because we need help to fetch Tim, like to get back Tim. So we were like this. We were maybe 9, and we were like trying to do the math. Do we tell our parents, or is it
Let Tim die.
Just let Tim die. Yeah.
Tim die,
Exactly.
yeah.
Tim, you're
So we're
fucked.
like, oh shit. And well, we ended up telling our parents, and we walked back to the house with our parents. And when we came back there with our parents, the police were there.
Oh.
And
To pick up your friend.
well, we were super young, so they just told us to,
Not
Like,
throw shit
don't
at his
Throw
house.
rocks
Not-
at people's houses.
yeah.
You know, that unlocked
But, like-
another memory for me. Great story,
Yeah.
by the way, love.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I just want to add, like, all our parents involved were like all like super. They were almost compassionate to us because they too were super surprised that
They're
there
like,
was an old
"What?"
man living there. And by the way, my friend Tim is the only person I know that has been in that house except that old dude. And there's like old boxes, like super like creepy, moldy, and this dude apparently lives there and never leaves.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What the hecking dog?
It looks like in the show Dark.
Totally a cursed like fairy tale.
Yeah.
That reminds me. So another story about Sean. When we were in, there was also like an abandoned, fucked up house by our school, and it was across the street from our. During recess, we had like a big field, but it was all gated off. And during recess, there was this abandoned house, and unlike you guys, threw little pebbles, we were actually degenerate fucks, and we would get big ass rocks and huck it across the street at the house, trying to break its windows.
Nice.
So every recess, we would go down to the gate, get rocks, and fucking just lob rocks at this house. I don't know why we did that. It's so stupid and
Kids do
crazy. I mean,
stupid
we were
shit.
probably about the same age you were. Well, Sean takes it upon himself, this psycho. He didn't tell anyone he was going to do this. He didn't give us any warning. He picks up a big ass rock. Not my brother, Sean.
Your friend.
My friend.
Bello.
He jumps the fence, goes right up to the house, and fucking launches a rock right into the window, point blank. Shatters the window. Everybody jets. We're just like, what just happened? Oh my God. Everyone spreads out. Sean jumps over the fence. The principal comes out, and then Sean snitched on all of us
He did?
because we were so young.
Wait, were both
My
Sean's
friend.
involved in this story?
What?
No, it's Sean Bello.
Wait, so he was the one who did it, and then he snitched on you guys?
Yeah.
What
But he
the
was a
hell
kid.
is
He was a
that?
kid. Well, no, they, you
Threw
know,
you under the bus.
just to give him, they're like, you need to tell us who else was throwing rocks. And he's like 8. They're like, oh, we're going to fucking call them, whatever. They shake you down. But anyway, we all got suspended. I got suspended, which honestly was like the best thing ever for me. I didn't care because you just skip. But I was like, what are you, wow. It just blew our minds, this fucking kid. It was, wow. And of course someone lived there and he had to pay for the window and shit. Of course someone lived there.
Yeah.
I gotta use the bathroom.
Yeah, but before you call him a snitch, he was like 8.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Still though, snitch behavior.
Anyone else? Cameron, you got one?
No, I really couldn't think of any. I know we've had a lot of time to think about it, but I didn't think of anything good to share.
All right.
That's all right.
Anyone else? Sam? Anyone got one that I didn't call him?
I have one. I think I could tell.
You want to come over here?
I can stay here. It's fine.
Okay.
So this is a super infamous one within my family. On the 4th of July one year, we were at a family gathering and my uncles were in charge of lighting the fireworks. We had a firework punk. Do you know what like a punk is?
Not
It's like
in
a
that
big
context.
sparkler that you stick in the ground and it's meant like you can light fireworks quickly and then plant them so they can go off.
Oh, yeah.
So during the grand finale, one of my uncles was lighting them and turning them around super fast, and he was like maintaining a squat the whole time. He lost his balance squatting and he fell back onto the punk.
Nice.
And he was wearing swim shorts. We had to rush him to the ER where they had to remove like melted nylon from his asshole.
Oh,
Literally.
Whoa.
And he had like second and
no.
third degree burns.
no.
So a pump? I'm still don't.
A punk. It's here's a picture of one.
I'ma eat your ass.
So bad.
What am
It
I
was so
looking
bad
at?
in the moment, but it's so funny now.
Oh, a lighter?
Well,
No, it's like it looks like a big sparkler, but it
Yeah,
doesn't
here.
sparkle per se.
Oh, a sparkler.
yeah,
Kind of,
effectively.
yeah. But it's meant for lighting fireworks quickly.
Right.
Got it. Okay, so
Use
he
it to
fell
light the
on.
other fireworks.
He
Yeah,
fell
he
on
like
the
fell
punk.
and his shorts like melted to his asshole.
Oh my God!
That is horrific.
Happy 4th of July, baby!
Yep.
Love that for him. He's okay though, right?
Oh yeah, he's fine.
Round of applause.